lot of green behind you, Chris.
Yeah, you don't like to see one of those. And we've already seen this script earlier, Sarah, where we had Tropical Storm Fred that produced multiple tornado warnings as it moved on shore. And the reason why, whenever you have a spinning mass of rain like this, it meets some friction, and then that's going to cause some spin ups and a lot of wind shear. And that's going to be the change of wind direction and wind speed with height. So we're going to have that active today, especially along this first line, and then a secondary line. This main bulk here is going to nip through tomorrow. So the further west you go, that's where most of the rain is going to fall, all associated with Tropical Depression Ida. It will continue to weaken as it moves its way off towards the northeast, but it's still dumping a lot of rain. Anything that you're seeing over in the yellow and the oranges, that's at least 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rain per hour. So that's why we have flash flood watches going from western North Carolina all the way up into New England. That's how big of a deal Ida is, just because the path that it's going to be taking, the amount of moisture that's associated with it. So our flash flood threat very low from Charlotte up to the foothills, but it's the foothills and the mountains that have the best chance for any flash flooding, where 2 to 4 inches of rain realistically could fall, and then just a low chance from the bottom edge of whatever's left over of Ida by tomorrow. Now for our severe weather chances, it's going to be a 1-2 punch, as I mentioned, but it's down here to the southwest from Atlanta, western side of Georgia. This is where we have the best chance for tornadoes. Even though we do have a 2% chance a little bit closer to home, that'll shift its way further off towards the east. The one thing that's working for us is we don't technically have that line moving through during the maximum instability of the day. What happened yesterday? Maximum instability, and that's why you saw so many tornado warnings through parts of Alabama. They saw 9 tornado reports here yesterday, and then they saw even more on the 29th when Ida was making landfall. So our tornado chances mainly concentrated down to the southwest. Only a 2% chance, but I've seen many tornado warnings pop up under this environment. By tomorrow, notice how everything shifts its way off towards the east. The reason why, that's where that one tail is going to reach the most instability for the day, and then it's going to be during the peak heating. So that's why we better our chances the further east that you go. As for our rotation tracks, we always like to look for these by the evening. It really is showing between about 7 and 10 o'clock. That's your best chance for a tornado warning, and these are very brief. Any tornado that usually happens with the tropical system only lasts 1 or 2 minutes. These are by definition called spin-up tornadoes because they quickly spin up and then they're gone. By tomorrow, we don't have as many of these tracks that are going to be out and about, but let me show you those lines. Here's 7:30, here's 9 o'clock. You see a few of these cells? Those are the ones that could spin up that Brad's going to be watching through this evening. Don't worry, he has you covered. But then by tomorrow, we're seeing some rain for the morning, but I think it's this last line, this last hurrah that pushes through during the afternoon. That is going to be your second best severe weather chance for tomorrow. And then going forward, our rain chances really aren't all that significant. Pretty dry on Thursday and Friday, and by the way, it feels like divinity.